Hello. Hello, students. I am Nandita, your verbal ability and soft skills trainer. So, in our previous video, we have learned about group discussion. Yes, जिसे आप कहते हैं GD. So, we have seen why a GD is conducted, what a GD is. It's a kind of psychometric test. And then we have learned different types of GD. There are three types of GD. Number one, GD is conducted on a controversial topic. Number two, GD might be conducted on an abstract topic. And number three, GD might be conducted on some factual topic. So we have seen कि ये जो तीनों टाइप की GD होते हैं, what kind of topics are given here, ठीक है? And then we have learned a little bit कि हमारा GD का approach क्या होना चाहिए. So we have learned the prep approach, which means P stands for put forth a point, R stands for reason a point, E stands for example a point, and last P was put forth another point. Yes, and then we have seen कि जब हम participate करते हैं GD में तो हम जो content बोलते हैं, so that has to be divided into three parts. Number one is the body. Sorry, number one is the introduction, wherein you introduce the topic and invite other members to come forward and put their opinion. देन इट वॉज बॉडी, जहां पर आप मेन चीजें बताते हैं किसी भी टॉपिक के बारे में, राइट? एंड लास्ट वॉज द कंक्लूजन, and I have taught you how to conclude a GD. ठीक है? Today we are going to learn how to ace a group discussion, as in how to win a group discussion. So let's quickly see what all things we are going to cover today. So by the end of this lesson, so if you are going to stay with me till the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to start a GD. So basically, I'll be talking about what are the phrases which you can use to initiate a discussion. Then we will cover how to get into the GD. For example, you are not able to start the GD. Then how you are supposed to get into the GD. Third, how to take your group along with you. Okay, you need to show your leadership skill here. Then, how to invite a shy member to participate. There are people often who are not able to speak, or maybe they want to, but they are not able to. So, if that is the situation, how you are supposed to invite that shy member, we will learn that. And then last, how to conclude GD. So I'll be giving you certain phrases for all these. So please be with me till the end of this video, all right? And you will learn each and everything how to win a group discussion. Okay, so let's get started. All right. So all these things we are going to cover in today's lesson. So be there with me till the end of this lesson, and I'm sure you will be able to win a group discussion. So let's get started. All right, students. So the first thing is how to start a GD. Now, this question is very common among students. They say that what is the right strategy to start a GD? So I'll be discussing this. So first of all, GD, like when you start a GD, it is the initiation part, right? And this showcases your leadership skill. Only a leader will be able to start something. So in case you are starting a GD, which means that you are projecting your leadership skill over there. Now, a couple of things you have to keep in your mind. Start a group discussion only and only when you are aware about the topic. In case you have not heard about the topic or you do not have enough knowledge about the topic, do not start the discussion. First, listen from everybody, get some idea, and then you can put your thoughts. I know whoever starts a GD always gets more marks, but do not get carried away by this. Start only if you know about the topic. And if you know about the topic, you can simply greet the group like, "Good morning, everyone. I am candidate number one, and today we are here to discuss on this particular topic, whatever the topic is." And then you talk about the topic for half a minute. Tell about the topic in your own words, like what is your understanding, and then this should be followed by your opinion. Like, what is your opinion? Are you for the topic or are you against the topic? You need to mention that very clearly. And after that, invite rest of the members. That now I would like to invite rest of the group members to come forward and give their opinion on the same, and let's have a healthy discussion. If you are doing this, you are actually showcasing your leadership skill, because you are helping others to understand about the topic, and at the same time you are giving your opinion and inviting others. So this is the starting phase. Like, this is how you can actually make your presence felt from the starting itself. Okay. All right. Now, these are a couple of phrases which you can use to start. See, always and always, I give one suggestion to students, that you do not have to sound scripted, right? Do not memorize anything. It's just that understand things. So here are a couple of examples that I have given. So let's say, let's imagine that the topic which is given for your group discussion is an abstract topic, pink versus blue. So how to start in that case? So you can say, good morning, friends. Today's topic is pink versus blue, where pink color is for girls and blue for boys. So our topic lies somewhere between girls versus boys. All right, you are introducing, you are actually making aware rest of the candidates that what the topic is all about. And then here you give your opinion. As per my perception, girls in today's scenario are doing well as compared to boys. All right, so this is how you have started a discussion. There is another way you can say, like, good morning everybody, pink versus blue symbolizes girls versus boys, calls for our serious attention and share our views over the topic. So you are actually informing everybody that pink versus blue is actually nothing but it is girls versus boys, and this particular topic needs our serious attention, and you are inviting everybody to come with their opinion and have a healthy discussion. Then there is one more way, girls versus boys or pink versus blue. Although my favorite color is blue, but I feel this time I would prefer to be on pink side. Now here you are simply talking about the color, because the topic is abstract. Abstract means there is not a fixed answer. It depends on you how far, how deep you can think. So here, like, the talk is very casual. The candidate is not thinking quite deep, but they are just sticking towards the color itself. And maybe uh, after some time they discuss about girls versus boys, but initially they are simply sticking on the topic. So these are various ways through which you can start your discussion. So use these techniques to start a discussion and let me know, like, was there any difference. Then next thing, all right. Now, next thing that we need to learn is how to get into GD. Now, this is also very important. Oftentimes, students tell that, ma'am, we know, we know about the topic, but actually, we do not know when to step into the discussion, because there are people who are already speaking. So, what is that right time when you get to know that now you have to jump into the discussion? Because, see, one thing is for sure, in order to make your presence felt, you have to speak at least 3 to 4 times for a short duration of 20 to 25 seconds, right? And in order to do that, you need to look for an opportunity, because the moderator, like for example, in class, I ask you people to speak, but when you are going to appear in an actual group discussion, no moderator will ask you. It is your sole responsibility to seek an opportunity and start speaking, right? So we'll be discussing what are those opportunities and how you need to bag those. Now, uh, these are the certain areas, these are the certain points wherein you can seek an opportunity to speak. For example, um, you can talk about, like for example, you have missed the starting, you have missed the initiation part, no need to worry. You can always get an opportunity to speak for the body of the GD. You can discuss the internal and external factors of whatever topic is being given, or you can simply talk about the causes or the effects of a particular thing that is being discussed, and then you can also provide the remedies or the solution. So these are the areas wherein you can speak. So do not worry in case you do not know about the topic, you were not able to initiate, but these are the areas of any discussion. Whatever topic is given to you can always talk on these pointers, and you can always produce your point and make your presence felt. Okay. Then next we have How to take your group along with you. Now, here you have to showcase your team spirit. Here you have to show that yes, you are a team player. It's not that you are only self centered and you are just seeking an opportunity to speak, but you are also like you also like to work in a team, and you see that yes, it's not only me that I'm speaking, but yes, others also get equal share to speak. So you can make use of this. And in case you are making use of this, the observer, the moderator is also seeing that, because as I already discussed in the previous video, that group discussion is not all about speaking. There are many qualities which are being observed here: how polite you are, how good you are at your leadership skill, how good you are at team spirit, how good you are at working with team, how to take everybody and then work. So you have to showcase these things over here. Now I'll be sharing few phrases which you can use just to demonstrate that yes, you are a team player and you are not self-centered. Rather, you think about everybody else and you know that everybody should get their chance to speak. So these are a couple of phrases which you can use. So, for example, in case somebody is speaking something, right, and you do not have a clear idea like what the person is talking about, you can simply say, I'm sorry, but I don't agree to you. And one thing that you have to remember in GD, you simply do not have to disagree with somebody. Although you are disagreeing, but you have to disagree with respect. So you can say that uh, I appreciate your point. However, I have got a different viewpoint altogether. Now, here you are disagreeing, but you are not blunt that I disagree with you. You are saying that you really appreciate whatever their opinion is. However, you have a different point of view. So maybe that could also be considered. So you are polite. Remember, GD is different from a debate. You are not here to make somebody feel that they are wrong, but we are here to discuss, see the pros and cons, and come to a solution. All right. Other things which you can say is, I do agree with you, or you can say, I feel your contention demands an example. So maybe somebody has quoted some point, all right, and you need a clarity on that. You can say that, all right, that's a wonderful point you have expressed, but could you please quote an example to make it more clear, so that we can reach a solution that is it good or not. Yes. Other things you can say is, just now one of our friends said, like whatever somebody said, you can say that this is what this person said and I truly agreed to whatever he's saying, and maybe you can add one example with that. So this will reflect that you are hearing other people. It's not that you are simply speaking. You are a good communicator. You are listening to others, and after that you are portraying your point. You can simply say, sorry to interrupt, but. So for example, like if a person is speaking for a long time, all right, and you see that there are other people who are sitting for their chance to come, you can simply say, sorry to interrupt, but I feel there are other members as well who wish to say something, so let's listen to them as well, and then we can come back to you. All right. All right. Now, how to invite a shy member to participate? Now, this happens many a times. Like whenever I conduct GD in class, I often see that there are people, 4 5 people will be talking for the entire discussion, and there will be few people who are actually shy. It's not that they do not know the answer; they do know the answer, but they they feel like, is it the right time to speak, or shall I speak or not, or maybe the point has already been discussed. So, in case you are able to invite that shy member, you are showing your motivational skills, and motivational skill is also being observed by the moderator. Now, how to show those motivational skills? Number one, first of all, you have to keep in mind that you have to invite a shy member. That does not mean that you are going to, put somebody into an embarrassing situation. So, for example, you see that a person is not speaking, maybe that person has no point to speak, or he is not very much sure about the topic. So do not say, all right friend, what do you feel? Do never say like this, because in that situation you are actually putting someone into an embarrassing situation. Maybe that person is not prepared with the answer. So here also you have to first observe, is there any person who is actually willing to speak, but he or she is not able to speak. So first you have to observe properly. If you see that the person wanted to speak and somebody else spoke, then in that case you can invite that shy member. And how to do that? Let's see that. Okay. So you can say that you can use these couple of phrases. I feel she has something to say. So you have seen that there is somebody who is willing to say, but some other person has started speaking, and that is happening continuously. So then you can say that I feel she has something to say, and maybe then that person can come up with his or her point. Now you are showcasing your motivational skills, which is actually very good. Another way is you can say that if I'm not wrong, then you agree with me, and you can simply start a conversation that whatever the other person was saying or whatever you were saying, and the person is reflecting such kind of body language that you feel that the person is agreeing. And maybe then the person will also put a point that yes, I do agree with you, I wanted to speak this from a long time, but I was not getting an opportunity. And then the person will put his or her point. So this is how you can actually invite a shy member. Other ways, you can say like this one, I don't think so quite is quite appropriate, like what do you think? So in case you feel that the person was willing to speak something, you can say something and then you can say what do you think, and maybe then that other person is getting an opportunity to speak. So this is also a nice way, but this is a very casual approach. I personally do not prefer that, because see, when we are in a class we actually know each other, but when we go outside, let's say you go for any recruitment drive, right? There you meet strangers, so you are actually not knowing them. Here in class, we know each other's nature, so we can say, "All right, what do you think?" or something like that. But outside, I don't. I personally don't prefer doing that. Next, we can say, "Wait, one of our friends seems to put forward his view." Now again, this condition arises when you see that from a long time a person was willing to say something, but again and again somebody else was speaking. So in that situation you can say, wait, one of our friends wants to say something, let's listen to their opinion. All right, and then maybe that person can speak. But again, I'm requesting you people, you have to observe the group very nicely. Invite only those members whom you feel that they wanted to say something and they were not getting opportunity. Do not use these phrases if somebody is voluntarily not willing to speak. Do not make them into an embarrassing situation. All right. Okay. Now, how to conclude a GD? Now, this is actually a stage which is often ignored. So, do remember that here your flexibility, your decision making skill is showcased. So, here, for example, if you were not able to participate well, or you contributed for a very small amount of time, and that too it was once or twice, then this is the last stage wherein you can, bag everybody's attention towards you by showcasing your decision making skill. So what actually we do in a conclusion? First of all, there are a couple of things that you need to remember. Never ever introduce a new point in a conclusion. Whatever conclusion means, the summary. What is the summary of this long discussion? This is conclusion. Conclusion never ever invites for a new point. Do remember that. Oftentimes, I have seen candidates that they come up with new points whenever they are concluding, which is wrong. You actually lose your marks if you put a new point in conclusion. Conclusion simply means what the discussion was all about, what were the pros, what were the cons, and then what is the final solution. This is conclusion. And uh, just remember 3 points for conclusion. Number one, it should start with a concluding phrase like all in all, or overall, or to sum up, or to summarize. So when you start with a concluding phrase, everybody there around actually understands that yes, now the person is about to end the discussion. All right. So you use these phrases to make aware everybody that this is conclusion, right? And then uh, you tell that what solution we have reached, or what were the pros and cons. It was a healthy discussion. We have seen the pros and cons of this particular topic, and we have reached to this solution. that you need to tell. And last thing that is you have to do, you have to give you any future recommendations, suggestion, or hope that is from your side. So keep these three elements in mind whenever you are concluding a discussion. Okay. So now we have covered everything. You can just simply read these phrases. Number one, as by now we have come across all the pros and cons of the topic, we can easily come to the opinion that, right? So after seeing the benefits, after seeing the disadvantages, after seeing the pros and cons, now we come to this particular solution and you give your opinion. Or we can say, as we are aware of both the aspect of a coin, we can sum up with. Again, we can sum up with is conclusion. Thirdly, you can use what do we think the outcome of the discussion should be. Now, when you start like this, all right, this is a little bit casual, but you start with this and then you summarize the points and you say that we come to this solution and you give some future recommendation or suggestion from your own part. All right. So after discussing all these things, now let's quickly recap. Now let's come to do's and don'ts of a GD. Do's are what are the things that we are supposed to do while we are a part of GD, and don'ts are those things which are strictly prohibited, and you should never do that. Okay, so let's quickly go through that. Number one, make constant eye contact. So I always say that eye contact is a part of your body language, and it speaks a lot about you. It tells how confident you are. So when you are making an eye contact, you first of all you need to make sure that you are not looking at the observer. Okay, you are not looking at the observer, you are not looking at the moderator, but you have to make a constant eye contact with the group members. Never ever, whenever even you are putting your point, never ever make eye contact to one particular person. You are addressing this to group, so make sure like if this is your group, whatever you are saying, your eye contact is from left to right and then from right to left, so that everybody feels that yes, you are looking at them. Then be polite. You have to be polite, you have to be courteous, because this is a formal discussion. Be an opportunity seeker. We have to see what for the opportunity, because we have to make our presence felt. Be patient, stay calm. You do not have to lose your temper irrespective of whatever topic is being given to you. You should be knowing that if a topic is given to you and that makes you angry, that is given purposely. So you do not have to lose your tempers. Just stay calm, take the topic as a topic. Do not take it to your heart. Then complete your sentence. Yes, this is very important. If you start with something, if you start with a point, please complete it. I have seen many candidates, I have seen many students, they start a point beautifully and then they leave it halfway. You do not have to do that. Complete a point. All right. Then sit straight and erect. Of course, your body posture matters a lot, because that actually tells whether you are serious for the discussion or not. So sit straight. All right, because that will also help you in brainstorming. If you are very lethargic, people will think, moderator will think that the person is not interested, he or she is here just for the sake of being in the discussion. So you do not have to show that. Use general personal pronouns like we. All right, instead of saying I shows that you are self-centered. Use we means that you are taking everybody and then you are putting your points. So these little things makes a huge difference. All right, be flexible. Do not be very rigid that okay, if you are talking about this, it is only this. Be flexible, be open minded, that you are welcoming all sort of thoughts. Make good use of words when not sure about the exact figure. So this is very much important, especially when you are in a discussion. All right, either you are very good with your general awareness, you know the exact figures. In case you are not aware of the exact figures, then these are the words which are actually going to help you out. Near about, approximately. So nobody can challenge that. No, this is not the thing. You can always say that I use the word approximately or near about. Then you have to be courteous, not only in group discussion, in general also you have to be courteous. If you are courteous, then you tell a lot about yourself. Give chance to members who do not speak. Yes, you have to be opportunity seeker, but at the same time, you have to be someone who looks like that, yes, they are team player. Use honorable before high court or supreme court or before taking minister's name. This is something very important. All right. So again, in a discussion, if such things are there, if you are talking about your prime minister, before taking his name or just before taking the name of the designation, use the word honorable, because you are talking about a person, or maybe you are talking about something which is in supreme authority in India or in whichever country you are talking about. So that tells that yes, you are matured enough. Okay, now there are certain don'ts. Don'ts are the things that we are not supposed to follow in a discussion. So please take care of these things. Number one, do not raise your voice. Again, students, I'm telling you, this is a group discussion. This is a formal discussion. This is not a debate. So please refrain yourself from raising your voice. We raise our voice when we know that we do not have enough points. You have to be very calm, very polite. You have to make yourself felt right by presenting facts and figures, not by raising your voice. Then do not dominate but convince. See, here we are not here to dominate anybody, all right, or here we are not here to rule anybody. Rather, we are here to convince other people, because there's a problem for which we are looking for a solution. So we can only get a solution when we do not lose our calm. Rather, we say something and we listen to others, and then only we can reach to a solution. So we are not here to make anybody right or wrong, but we are here to discuss on a topic and to reach a solution, to find the answer. Yes. Do not impose your views on anyone. Of course, your views are your, okay, others views are there. Whatever they are saying is right, whatever you are saying is right. So here we are to discuss. We're not saying that no, this is something which you are supposed to do. We are not here to make others follow that. We can simply put our points. All right, we can try to convince them, but do not impose your views on them. That is not allowed. Do not tap your hands on the surface. This happens many times. You know, when we tap on table, or when we scratch, we play with our hair, it actually shows that yes, we are nervous. And these all things happen subconsciously because of nervousness. I know you will be nervous while you are going to participate in GD, but you do not have to show those things. Now, I know it might happen, but now when you know that it should not be done, so I know you are going to take care of it. Then do not blame anyone directly. So, of course, avoid using harsh language. Avoid using any such thing which might hurt other person. All right, which might be offensive for other person. Refrain from using any such phrases, any words. Always remember, a topic is given and that is for discussion. All right, you do not have to take that topic to your heart, or you do not have to say something which others can take to their heart. Do remember this. Then do not show fingers or point out. Now, this is a very bad body language, I should say. Never point your fingers on anybody. I know my mother has taught me that when you point fingers on someone, rest of the three fingers point out at you. So let's avoid using that. All right, this is a negative body language. So whatever is negative body language, and if we know, let's not do that. Let's not practice that. Okay, do not lose your temper. Again, cool. You have to be cool minded. When you are cool minded, only then you can find solutions. If you yourself, you are not cool minded, you are not calm, I'm betting you cannot find a solution, whether it is group discussion or your personal problems. In order to find a solution, you always have to stay calm. All right, calm and composed. Do not switch over languages. Now, see, generally what happens, 99% times whenever a group discussion is conducted, they always check your communication skill as well, right? So stick to, like, if the language is English, you have to stick to the English language itself. Do not come to your regional languages. So avoid using that. In case you have a habit of using any fillers, any regional language fillers, so replace those fillers with English language fillers, right? So there are many people who say to instead of saying to. replace it with so, right? Replace it with other linkers like as far as I'm concerned, therefore, thus, moreover, furthermore. Use these linkers, and I'm pretty sure that you will be able to leave your regional language fillers. Okay, do not make vague points. In case you are not sure of anything, do not speak just for the sake of speaking. You should have a solid point to speak. Whatever you are speaking, you should have a reason behind that. All right, so just do not come forward with vague points. Do not let your group deviate from the topic. Oftentimes it happens, people start discussing and then they change their track. So you should be, if that is happening, then you should become that person who tells the group that I believe we are here to discuss on this particular topic. Let's not deviate from the topic, because if that happens, so obviously we will not be able to reach the solution. All right, and I believe we are here to discuss on something and to find a solution. So let's focus on this topic itself, and you have to tell this very politely. Then do not make discussion interrogative. Do not simply ask questions. What do you think? No, you put a point and then you can ask that what is their opinion on this. Okay, do not simply ask, you tell what is this, or you tell how many people are. No, do not ever put such kind of questions. You are simply supposed to ask their opinion. You are not supposed to interrogate them. Then do not get personal to anyone. Obviously you should be mature enough to understand that this is just a discussion. Do not move to your personal life or to somebody else's personal life. That does not actually tells that you are mature enough. And group discussion is only for the mature people. Yes, again I'm saying group discussion is only for the mature people. If you are mature enough, only then you are invited. Then do not blame the government or its policies. Again, see, when you blame people, when you blame policies, when you blame the entire world, which means that something is wrong with you. All right, because in if I talk about the real world, then this blame game does not work. All right, blame game does not work. We are here to discuss something, to find a solution. We cannot simply blame that this is happening because of this government, or that is happening because that government was not doing well. We know everything, right? The problem is this: what is the solution? Maybe that is the thing that you should know, and then you will be able to find a concrete solution. Do not pass personal comments. Again, you do not have to be personal. Please keep it very, very professional. Keep it very professional. The more professional you are sound, the moderator will actually understand that yes, you have got those qualities which they are actually looking for. So do not ever showcase to them, do not ever make that appearance that you are still not grown up. They all want to hire somebody who is grown up, somebody who is mature. Do not use abusive language. This is very important. I have actually not seen this in my class ever, but yes, if you are somebody who lose your temper very soon, please do not use abusive language, neither with the group member, nor do not even use this abusive language in any, whether you are saying in English, Hindi, or whatever it is. Do not use those abusive language. If you remember that your language has to be formal, you will never ever use such languages. All right, so this brings me to the end of this session, and I hope you people have learned a lot of things today, and I'm pretty sure that you people are going to apply these things. So keep watching my videos, keep on learning, and make sure that you apply these things in your day-to-day conversation as well, and you will be a better version of yourself. With this, thank you everybody, and we will meet very soon. Take care.